story about the American Revolution.
Enough about George already. We want to hear from someone like
Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross.
Finally, the woman who sewed the first American flag tells us all about the stitch heard around the world.
And now everyone, here she is, the seamstress of the Revolution,
The Empress of Embroidering,
the Sultan of the Saddle Stitch,
the Guru Needlework, Betsy Ross.
Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Tell us how you're sewing. Helped us win the war. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. The tales we told before.
You know I double jointed.
You sewed the Constitution?
No, that I needle pointed. And didn't it turn out fine?
Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Tell us how you tailored. You did Valley Forge. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. How you stitched the Revolution.
You know I double jointed. No, that I needle pointed. And didn't it turn out fine?
Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Tell us how you're sewing. Tell us how you tailored. You did Valley Forge. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. The morning of St. George.
Can you tell us about the American Revolution again, Betsy?
Oh my, it's been so many years.
Please.
Okay, well let's see. A good place to start is when England defeated France and Spain in a long war.
My dad told me about that. The colonists helped. The French helped the colonists here when the war against Britain here in 1679.
Yes, but the French and Indian War was just a small part of a much bigger conflict. As to world politics, England became the leading power in the world. How King George are very bloated.
They've passed the Townsend Act, which put import duties on just about everything.
I didn't think it'd get any worse. We've already had the Hat Act, the Wool Act, the Currency Act, the Iron Act, and the Sugar Act.
I know it. The British just can't get their acts together.
Remember the Stamp Act?
They direct tax on everything we print, from cards to calendars.
I loved what you said. What was it? Taxation without representation is exploitation?
Tyranny.
What?
I said tyranny. Taxation without representation is tyranny.
You did? Doesn't really rhyme though, does it?
It's not supposed to rhyme. It's an aphorism.
Of course, but take Ben Franklin's maxims. He that goes a borrowing goes a sorrowing. Ruler strokes fell great oaks. Plow deep, plus slow to sleep.
Okay, I get it. The point is the British are not treating us as equal, but as subjects.
You're right.
They've prohibited us from settling beyond the Appalachians. They've even started enforcing the navigation laws that all commerce between England and here must be by British vessels.
You're right. This has got to stop.
This is the last straw, my fellow Bostonians.
You tell him, Sam.
We fight the Townsend Act. We refused to import English goods and pay the duties, and what did they do?
They sent warships into our harbor.
And did we relent?
Never!
What about the Boston Massacre?
Right, the British shot and killed 3 unarmed colonists.
Did we give up?
Never!
And finally, they had to repeal the Townsend Acts in 1770.
Yes!
But here we are, 3 years later, they passed the Tea Act. Are we going to keep paying tax on tea?
Never!
They shipped a £500,000 pounds of tea, to America, driving down the price. Are we going to buy it? Well, are we?
Come on, Mr. Adams, we gotta have a spot of tea. I mean, we're only human. And the prices are so low!
Listen to me. Today it's tea. Tomorrow it's sugar. The next day it's those fudge slippers with bunny ears that keep our feet so cozy in the winter.
Not our slippers!
Right. Yes, your slippers. How long are we going to keep letting the British kick us around? It's time for action.
Right!
It's time we stop calling soccer football.
Right!
It's time we start riding on the right-hand side of the road.
Right!
And it's time we dressed up as natives and dumped those 342,000 chests of tea in the harbor.
Right! Down, 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 just dump it off the boat. Down, 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 let's see if it can float. Down, 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 it's sinking in the sea. Something's brewing, boys, and it ain't tea. Something's brewing, boys, and it ain't tea. Something's brewing, boys, and it ain't tea.
I can't believe the colonists destroyed all that tea.
Yes, in Maryland, they burned an entire ship. The tea and all the rest of its cargo. King John messed up in half. Oh, the English were really getting their friends in a tangle. The coast crossed the harbor, put restrictions on town meetings and trials for officials who killed colonists was sent to England.
Betsy Ross, I'm so glad you're home.
John Jay, you look like you're about to bust a stitch.
I've been trying to knit a sweater for my dogs, but something has gone terribly wrong.
Oh my, let me take a look at that.
But Betsy, what did we do after the British shut Boston Harbor?
Why we called the First Continental Congress.
Were you there, Mr. Jay?
Sure was. 55 men gathering, including Sam and John Adams, George Washington, and Patrick Henry.
I know not what a course those may take, but as for me, give me liberty and give me death. Wow, is that Patrick Henry? Don't occur tantrum, children, or he'll just keep on doing it.
Did all the colonists want independence?
Well, at that point, most of us just wanted the legislature repealed. We called for a complete boycott on all British goods. When our petitions were rejected, we began to collect muskets.
And that's when the British decided to send troops to Boston to seize
And thus
and arrest colonial leaders.
the famous ride of Paul Revere.
Paul Revere, sweet boy, think of let's start the horse for it.
Children, your father is a bit nervous.
Of course I'm nervous. The British are heading out of Boston, coming to arrest our colonial leaders and take our weapons and supplies.
Take it easy. You have to go warn the people of Lexington in good court.
Yes, I must go at once.
Jen Hancock alerts the Madam Sue. The British will arrest them. Their fate is up to you. Hurry, Paul, dear, hurry. Do not stop the chat. Paul, what are you doing?
I forgot my hat.
Right on, Paul Revere. Right on, Paul Revere. Get on out of here, dear Paul Revere. Lexington is waiting. They must hear the news. The Redcoats are advancing. Now there's no time to lose. Tell the Minutemen there they must take a stance. Paul, what are you doing?
I forgot my pants. Presiding.
Tom Jefferson, where's John Hancock?
Oh, hello, Ben. Why, kind of set for coffee cake. Oh, don't hurt me! Coffee cake? Of course! What's a continental congress without a continental breakfast?
I hardly agree, Tom, but we already have a selection of coffee, juices, and those delicious individually unwrapped danishes.
True, but I thought John needed something to do this morning because he's been acting a bit strange since we elected to endorse the Declaration of Independence this morning.
A brilliant document, Tom, and now we must all hang together or surely we will hang separately.
It's been over a year since the last shots have been fired between us and the British. Just a month later, we elected George Washington to lead the Continental Army. We've been unofficially at war ever since.
King George has rejected our efforts at reconciliation.
Tom Paine put it nicely when he wrote that these are the times that try men's souls.
Yes, that was well put, but doesn't really rhyme though, does it? I think my own maxims stick a bit better with the cute rhyme. Vessels large may venture more, but little boats should keep it short. See how it flows?
Sure, Ben, but I don't think...
Or remember this, here Skug flies snug as a bug in a rug.
What exactly does that mean?
That's not the point. I've got 4 rhyming words that are at 10. That's a 40% rhyme rate. You won't find that in any of the British poets. Check out Shakespeare, Pope. They've got a 10, maybe 15% rhyme rate. Max!
That's great, Ben.
Rate, it's crucial. crucial. The British may have better trained soldiers, they may have more money, experience, and weapons, but America has arrived. Victory will be ours.
Uh-oh, look out! Here comes John Hancock!
Where is it? Where is it?
What are you looking for? The Declaration of Independence.
It's quite exciting, isn't it?
You bet. Where is it?
Here, in Tom's head. He wrote it. Tom, recite that bit about self-truths again.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they were endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yeah, that's great, but where's the parchment itself? I'm ready.
Ready for what?
We're ready to sign it, of course. John, I told you this morning the final document won't be ready to sign in a month or so. But I'm ready now. I've been practicing.
He's practicing on all the walls, on tablecloths and bathroom stalls. Good thing we don't yet have baseballs.
Tom, where do I sign?
He's signing stuff around the clock. He signed my head.
He signed mine. Sock! Now you get signed by John Hancock. Tom, where do I sign?
Some disadvantages.
I'll say there is no real unity. The colonies distrust each other.
And the winnow's teacher, the teacher is many to taxing.
The army was hard to organize and nearly impossible to keep together.
And don't forget, probably more than one-third of the colonies even wanted independence all that much.
And there were hundreds of thousands who still remain loyal to England.
True, but the British soldiers were 3,000 miles away and had a huge area to try to control. And they had second-rate generals.
Well, the colonists had George Washington, who turned out to be the fantastic leader.
And don't forget the British. They were always ready to help anyone who might hurt England.
But you're forgetting one of the biggest advantages.
I was wondering when you'd remember.
What?
My flag, of course. I tried to talk them into red, white, and blue lounge chair with matching ottoman. They said their budget was limited to a flag.
Oh, your flag was wonderful, but I was thinking about how the colonists fought dirt. I beg your pardon? Oh, I don't mean it in that way. I mean they were literally dirty. They blended in with the scenery.
Brown, 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 oh brown looks good
us a hint.
What's that bump needs the rock? What's that lump in your sock? What's that itch on your knee? Bet you can't find me, boys. Bet you can't find me. Bet you can't find me. No, bet you can't find me.
Good evening, folks. Welcome again to the History Channel's Home Shopping Network. Alice, what do we have for our customers tonight?
Birdhouse, tonight we got lemon roll from American Revolutionary War.
Excellent. Well, let's get right to it. We've got over 6 years of war to choose from, with fighting in every colony and more than a dozen important battles.
Our first item is J37, a boot from John Burgon, a British citizen who lost the Battle of Saratoga.
Wow, his boot. I'm guessing we don't have any of those left.
Just two. They come from the famous battle in 1777, which gave the colonists a battle-leading boost.
Smell that, Alice.
What?
Go on, take a whiff. You know what that smells like, Alice?
A really old boot?
No, it smells like victory. And you too can back victory from defeat by phoning us right now to order General Burgoyne's shoe. Victory from defeat, get it? So, what's that lovely item over there, Alice?
This is B65, a snowball from Valley Forge in Pennsylvania, where George Washington and his troops were forced to spend a devastating winter.
These things are going fast, folks.
We sold out in just 15 minutes last time we sold it for an unbelievable try-me price.
Just one per customer, please.
We have a few minutes before these completely melt under our studio lights.
And we've got a satisfied customer on the phone. Hi there, who are you, where are you calling from, and tell us just how much you love your snowball.
Hello, am I on here?
You sure are.
I am from deep Russian boat. I am from France.
Wonderful. General Rochambeau arrived from France in 1780 with over 6,000 troops to aid the colonists. French help was desirable in winning the war.
Rochambeau, you say? Didn't you invent chocolate eclairs?
No, I fought at Yorktown alongside George Washington and his men. I thought your viewers would know.
Terrific. So tell us, how do you like your snowball? You probably serve it with some fancy French sauce. Am I right?
I'm a general, not a chef.
Ah, those French cooks, so modest.
Our next hotel item is being brought to you right now by John Paul Jones.
So what's that you got there?
Hi, Alice. I hope the American Navy gets sea legs and even defeated a number of British ships off the coast of England.
Slow down and loud.
This is a button from the British general.
Wow.
When he surrendered to our French allies in Georgetown in 1781. It's a lovely brush finish and oven safe.
Amazing. Put us through you can get a good look at it.
Managing Arnold, give that back, you traitor! I've not yet begun to fight.
I guess that'll do it for us too. Good night.
And stay tuned. Next American Tales by Leader Printer for Business and Sin City and Sesame Street Puppet.
So what happened to the British surrender, Mr. J?
I went to help Ben Franklin and Stan Adams work out the treaty in Paris. The British conceded of all the land from the Mississippi River to the Atlantic Ocean, from Spanish Florida to the Great Lakes.
That was great.
Well, it was complicated. We had the Articles of Confederation, which had been the base of the central government, intentionally gave little power to Congress.
Couldn't they do anything?
Not much. We did pass the Northwest Ordinance, which provided for the eventual incorporation of new states from the land between the Mississippi and Ohio rivers.
And I macrame the Liberty Bell.
Now, about
Betsy, you've got to stop exaggerating.
Drop a stitch in the seam though, didn't I? Last little crack opened up. I think a few pleats would have helped.
Now, Betsy, you know that is.
Shush, dear. Listen to the calmness.
What more could we ask when we have 13 independent states and the laws? Motivation. There's no executive branch in the central government. We don't need another king around here.
But Congress has no power to control commerce or enforce its tax collecting program.
Exactly. It's perfect. It's all up to the individual states.
I don't know. Are you sure this is a good thing?
What could go wrong?
Hearing. On the stage, July 16, 1787, the Continental Convention is now in session in Philadelphia. The Honorable George Washington presiding. Good afternoon, Mr. Madison.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hamilton.
Oh yes, good afternoon. James, we have important decisions to make. Yes, we do, Alexander. Look out, there's Alexander! Ah! I was just joking. I love doing that. That's not funny. Alexander, that's enough data. We're making good progress. But we have 3 branches of government: the legislative, executive, and judicial. Now we're balanced and check each other. Yes, a wonderful plan, but there are even more important matters. I need your advice. What's on your mind, Alexander? You know, I favor a strong central bank, and now I'm faced with a huge decision. What is it? Which do you think is more impressive, my left profile or my right? What? When we start printing money, I'm just dying to get my picture on one of the bills. George Washington already claimed the $1, so I'm shooting for the 10. Personally, I think my left side makes me look taller. What do you think? This is not exactly what I meant by lightening up, Alexander. We have some real issues.
Small states rule. We
have more congressmen.
And the other house, the Senate, gives the same number of representatives no matter how many people live there.
That's right. Like so much else in our Constitution, it was a compromise.
Like deciding to count a slave as 3/5 of a person.
We weren't perfect, Betsy, I know, but we did stop the slave trade 20 years later.
Yes, dear. Altogether, it was a beautifully stitched document.
Did anyone like the Constitution?
Oh no, some people thought it gave the central government too much power. Others thought it gave the states too much authority. I wrote some of the Federalist Papers to help people to vote for it.
Did it work?
Well, it took a while. We had to promise a Bill of Rights would be added. The Constitution was officially adopted June 21st, 1788.
Wow, that first election must have been something.
It was. The members of the House of Representatives were elected directly by the citizens of each state. The senators were elected by the legislatures of each state. And George Washington was unanimously elected president by the Electoral College.
How does that work? No one knows, dear. It's a complete mystery.
Please, Betsy, it's just a bit complicated.
Well, why don't we ask these fellows here? Because since they're on their way to participate in the first electoral college.
How exactly does this work? Don't know. We'll look in the Constitution. Read the first sentence. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure documents, ensure equality, provide the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prospective to organ and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. I said just the first sentence. That was just the first sentence.
Wow, well, what's the part about the Electoral College?
Here it is in Article 2. The electors shall meet in the represented states and vote by ballot for two persons, of one who shall at least not be inhibited of the same state with themselves.
Not be inhibited of the same state with themselves? How does that work?
Don't know. Here, maybe this will help. But in choosing the president, the vote shall be taken by state. The representatives of each state having one vote, a quorum for the purpose shall consist of a member or members from 2/3 of the state, and a majority of all the states shall be necessary to a choice.
What does that mean?
Don't know. What the heck? We get to vote. Gonna vote, gonna vote, gonna vote, gonna vote for president, gonna vote for president, gonna vote for president.
So on April 30th, 1789, George Washington was sworn in as President of the United States. Wow! In the temporary capital of New York.
Wow, what a great story.
As my friend Ben Franklin said at the time, our Constitution is in actual operation. Everything appears to promise that it will last, but in this world, nothing is certain but death and taxes.
I'm Franklin Stokio. Doesn't look a bit like him. Ah, here you go, John. This should work.
It's perfect. I knew you could fix it. Thank you, Betsy. I've got to show Lafayette.
The French general who fought for the colonists?
No, my dogs.
Betsy, can you tell us this again?
We just finished, my dears.
Please.
Well, John's a good man, but he did leave out some of the more important parts. a ship for the Navy out of nothing but pine needles? Or how I sewed together all the pants of the British Army so they couldn't run up Bunker Hill in the time?
Tell us, Betsy, tell us.